There's definitely no shortage of reasons why somebody might want to move to Dana Point, but in this video, I'm gonna talk about the different things that you can do if you live in Dana Point. Now, here's another thing as well too, is if you live anywhere in Southern Orange County, Dana Point is probably a 10, 15, 20-minute drive. So even if you're looking in other cities in Orange County, this is definitely gonna be a video to learn about one of the most popular cities of Dana Point. Now, the first beach I have to talk about in Dana Point is actually Doheny State Beach. So there are a ton of different things. I've got a whole list of things because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. But this is located right next to the Dana Point Harbor. So it's just south of the Dana Point Harbor. So if you're hanging out at the harbor for the day, you certainly could walk to the beach in Doheny. And this is also, you could hang out at the beach itself. You go to the state beach, they're technically the same, but there's different parking lots to where it's separate. So it's not like you have to go to the state beach just to be able to go use the beach here. And there's a lot of different stuff in there as well too. So this is probably the best possible beach for surfing. There's really low waves. It's like the #1 place to go learn. I remember when I was really, really young, this was the place that I went to go when I learned to surf as well too. And there's a lot of camps, there's a lot of different things. But the one big thing as far as like location from the beach, yes, it's south of the harbor. But the interesting thing with it is it's really the only beach in Dana Point that is, I don't want to say close to anything. It is the only beach that's close to like the downtown-ish area of Dana Point. So like some other cities like San Clemente, Laguna Beach, and then Newport have really, really long stretches of beaches, and Dana Point doesn't. Dana Point's really broken into 2 different beaches. And the south one is your Doheny State Beach, which runs all the way really down to San Clemente. So this is really, really convenient and easy for a million different reasons, and I have a whole laundry list of the different like activities or things at the Doheny Beach. So you have volleyball courts, there's camping obviously because it's a state beach, there's public restrooms, there's water fountains, lit paths, trash cans, benches, picnic tables, bonfires, barbecues. Obviously huge, I shouldn't say obviously, we're watching a video learning about it. There's a huge grass area. So when there's nothing going on, if you want to take the dog out, if you want to play Frisbee, if you want to play a flag football game, all kinds of different stuff. Also, Doheny Beach, really all of the beaches in San Clemente are like relatively rock-free beaches. So if you like to sit on the sand and relax, Orange County, a lot of the beaches are like, but definitely Doheny as well too. It's a really easy sand flat. It's not hard to get to. You can park pretty much right next to the sand. Just super convenient. And for all of the different things that I just mentioned, volleyball courts, I mean, you could literally go in the morning and you can go camping there. You can walk over to the beach. You can have bonfires. There's a snack bar. And they also do, this isn't really talking about the beach itself, but this is also where they host a lot of events. So there's a lot of like festival type things that'll happen in the Doheny State Beach in this big grassy area that I mentioned. I remember every year I went to a concert maybe 2 years ago, and it's just surreal. You're in this huge grassy area. It's fenced off with grandstands, band, and the whole background is the ocean. I mean, gosh, it can't get any more beautiful. But anyway, that's your Doheny State Beach. The next one I have in line is the Salt Creek Beach, which runs right in with Strands. So if you're looking at the Dana Point coast, you've got Doheny, and then you've got the harbor, and then north of that you have with the headlands, which runs right into Strand, and then above that is Salt Creek. So I'm talking about Salt Creek first, and then I'll talk about the Strand. Salt Creek Beach is located right below the Ritz-Carlton. So this is the beach that if you come to the Ritz-Carlton of Laguna Niguel that's in Dana Point, kind of confusing. Now this is the beach you would go to. So it's super popular for surfing, bodyboarding, lounging, everything like that. They also have a snack bar they just recently did. I had a Paloma there the other day and it was absolutely fantastic. But with the Salt Creek Beach, you have probably the prettiest beach right under Ritz-Carlton. You also have the Waldorf Astoria not too far away and the private beach club there as well too. You have a snack bar, but there's also this huge grassy path. Now, I'll say a con to this beach is a pretty significant walk from the parking lot down to the actual beach itself, which if you don't like walking to the beach, Doheny is way easier. But anyway, so there's this huge walking path to get down there. Now, I'm saying huge, like it's not that big of a deal, but if you don't want to carry all of your stuff down, you want it easy, Doheny's easier. Salt Creek is definitely a prettier, nicer beach, better sand, less rocks, better snack bar, I would say, but there's a little bit less of snack bars, fire pits, stuff like that. It's a much larger, there's a huge grass patch from the top where the parking lot's at, where the Ritz-Carlton really starts, all the way down to the beach itself is this huge, beautiful grass lawn. So this is super popular for sunsets, stuff like that. It's dog friendly. although the beach obviously is not dog friendly. Yeah, this is just a really, really cool place to go. The beach itself is absolutely beautiful, and in the entire grass area means like you don't have to go to the beach. You can go bring a picnic table, you can go bring, you know, just a blanket, sit down on the grass and watch amazing sunsets, and you get a Catalina view as well too. So that's Salt Creek, lots of benefits there. It's probably one of the most popular beaches. Now, my personal favorite is Strands, which is just farther south of Salt Creek. The beach here is much smaller than it is at Salt Creek. The beach itself is, you have a lot more sand to work with. Strand, you are butt up against a walkway and then some of the most incredible properties in Orange County. So there's homes that are pretty much right on the water, and there's a walking path, and then you have sand beach. So the beaches are much skinnier. It's also much less crowded. Usually Salt Creek is the more popular option. So there's really not that much going on at Strands other than it just being beautiful. If you like, obviously I being in real estate, I love looking at these unbelievable houses that are on the Strand that range anywhere from $15 to $50 million. It's really cool to look at these, but it's really popular for surfing. It's really popular for walking as well too. So there's 3 different ways to get down to the Strands beach. So you've got the beach itself, but then even above that is there's a big parking lot in between the beach and then all these beautiful homes, and there's a parking lot that sends right above those. So again, if you want really easy and you don't need to go to the beach itself for like sunsets and stuff like that, a lot of people will come out, bring out their chairs, sit in the bed of the truck, whatever it might be, and you can watch sunsets right from the parking lot right there and have like 100% convenience, not needing to do anything. Obviously you're not in the beach, you're in a parking lot though. There's also really popular walking trails. So if you walk from the southmost point of the Strand, there's a trail going down the stairs to get down to the actual beach and the walking path. You can take that walking path all the way through the Strand. It's about a mile-ish, I would say, long. And then you can get to Salt Creek Beach, which they're attached. And then you can walk all the way up Salt Creek to Monarch Point. And then if you walk back, it's about a 2 mile in one direction. I used to personally do this all the time, and I absolutely love it. It's the most beautiful place you could possibly be. So those are the 3 different beaches you have in Dana Point. So you have Doheny State Beach, you have Salt Creek, and then Strands, which really are kind of one, but there's definitely 2 reasons why you would go to each one. Now let's talk about the Dana Point Harbor itself. Now, we've got another video talking about all of the incredible revitalization or remodeling they're doing to the Dana Point Harbor. So if you want a lot more information, make sure you click to that video as well too. But as far as right now, let's talk about the different activities at the harbor. So you've got whale watching, you've got fishing boats, you've got charter boats, so you can charter a boat out, you can rent boats, there's paddle boarding, there's yoga. You have iHeart Yoga, which does paddle boarding yoga, studio yoga, and yoga in the parks. There's a lot of different things there as well too. Obviously there's shopping, so you've got a village market with all kinds of different little boutique stores, and this is just a fun place to go. You can go down to the coffee importers and grab a coffee, and you can just walk around the different stores, walk around the harbor. Again, a really good place just to go and hang out. Very dog friendly, there's always a lot of people down there. Sometimes there's music, sometimes they do like little, I don't say festivals, but sometimes they do like little art exhibits and stuff like that on Sundays. So it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of boutique shops, there's a doggy bakery, there's a chocolate soldier. And then for dining, there's a lot of different restaurants. Now again, with the revitalization, this is all gonna change. But as far as right now, you've got Turks, which is kind of like your bar food experience. That's always a good time. You have the Wind and Sea, which is probably the most classic place right on the point inside the harbor. You got the Brig, Proud Mary's, Frisbee Cellars, which is a winery, and you got Beach Harbor Pizza, which is a good pizza spot. So there's a lot of different places across the street from the harbor. You've got Jimmy's Famous American Tavern, love that place. And then you've got Glass Par, which is a really like a little bit more upscale seafood place. So this is just some of the stuff that you have in Dana Point. There's also a couple other videos you might want to check out if you're considering moving to Dana Point. I've got the pros and cons of Dana Point. It's probably the #1 video to check out. And if you're watching a different one, I would talk about the reasons to move to Dana Point. And then I also have median home price of Dana Point, where we look at all the different types of properties that are for sale. So those are the 3 different videos you could check out if you're interested in Dana Point. They're all gonna be linked in the description down below. Now let's talk about a couple of these other places inside of Dana Point, not necessarily the harbor, but in Dana Point. You've got Truly Pizza, which is a pretty new pizza place. And if you like anything like me, I love pizza. And this place is so cool, so fun. It is right on Del Prado, which is right off PCH. So think of this like downtown Dana Point, where there's a ton of, I don't know, gentrification is probably the wrong word, but tons of improvements that have happened down there. So truly pizza is a place you have to check out. There is Harbor House, which is a classic. This is like the diner style where you can go there at 2 a.m. I think I'm pretty sure it's 24/7. It's a really, really cool place. They have fantastic food as well too. There's a couple newer places that are fun. You have Mason. You also have Gianna's Bakery and Provisions, which is also new. That's an Italian spot. You have Stillwater Spirits, and you also have Station Craft Brewery. These are like your more bar style, right? Stillwater is a bar. They've got live music. They got all kinds of different stuff. It's kind of prohibition themed. So that's always really fun. And then Station Craft Brewery and Kitchen is like a traditional brewery, a little bit upscale, good food there as well too. And if you like sushi, you gotta check out Genkai. I hope I'm pronouncing that. Genkai, I believe is what it is. Sushi, that place is fantastic. It's a little tiny hole in the wall. You're definitely gonna need to Google how to get there because you'll miss it. It's so small, but the food is fantastic. So anyway, if this is helpful to you figuring out what in the world could I do in Dana Point, this is just some of the stuff. These are probably the most popular, most common things that you would talk about if you're interested in Dana Point. Now, if you have a city you want me to highlight outside of Dana Point, go ahead and put in the comments down below, and we'll either link you to a video if you've already made it, or we're gonna put it on our list of videos to make. So if you're thinking about making a move, whether it's in the next 2 weeks or in 2 years, and you're ready to connect with one of our local experts, go ahead and go to allaboutoc.com and you can drop in your information. One of our local experts will reach out and figure out how we can help you. And just for reference, we have helped over 500 families since 2020 buy and sell inside of Orange County, and we have almost 400 5-star reviews. So the clients that have worked with us have been very happy through their experience with us. So again, I make these videos and this channel all about Orange County so you can get as much information as possible to make the best decision for you. So again, my name's Christian. I hope you found it valuable. Like and subscribe to the channel. It helps a ton, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.